guys, it's Michelle here and welcome to the mblog channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button to join the fam bam and its adventures. In this week's video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of going to a community college. I know going to college in general is really a big decision, and if you're going to be going to community college, that's even a bigger decision, and you really want to make sure that it's the right fit for you. So this video might help you kind of narrow down your decision if you truly want to go to community college. So let's get started with the video. First pro is professor interaction. I think personally, while going to community college, I've been able to interact with so many of my professors because the class sizes are so small, and this will definitely benefit you because you can go and have a higher chance of getting, recommendation letters for scholarships or maybe a potential job. And this was a huge win for me because I am definitely a person that likes having interaction with their professor and getting to know them, and personally I wouldn't have paid all that money for a private school, and I definitely don't like the big class environment at a UC or a state environment. So definitely the community college route in terms of getting to know my professor in a small class environment was a huge win and a huge pro. So that's definitely the first thing that I have to say. The second thing that is a huge pro for going to community college, it's affordability. I think this was a major plus for me because I was able to not only get FAFSA for going to school, but I was also getting scholarships because at a community college they just want to hand out all this money, and at a private institution is a little bit harder because you're competing with so many people, and same thing with like a UC or state school. I think personally there was just not enough opportunity, but at a community college there's just so much money to go around and so much opportunity for everybody that scholarships and all of that was just a huge plus in general. On top of it being affordable, you have more options to put your money into a savings account, and also maybe if you want to do extra things, like for me, I was able to put some of that money to going to study abroad, and that was just a huge win. On top of it being affordable, getting the scholarships, I was able to raise money and do something else with it as well. If you are an undecided major, I think this is even a bigger plus for you, because if you don't know what you want to do entirely, it is better to go to a community college. Make sure you are starting off somewhere well for the first 2 years and not wasting your money and where it's going versus going to like a UC or a private where your money is just kind of going down the toilet if you're not really sure of what you're going to do. So you're adding those years and adding those extra years that you have to pay tuition for. So that's also a good plus for going to a community college. The other thing that I found a huge pro about going to community college was its diverse community. You get to see a real kind of interpretation of society. You have, older people, you have people with like disabilities, you have people that, are also in your position where you're a high school student and you just want to transfer out. And I think that reality check of, you're not given everything right away and you have to work for what you want was just a huge pro for me in terms of going to community college. I think it's harder to see that at a UC or at a private institution. You probably will see it, but it's harder to see it. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but for the most part when I went to community college I was so inspired by stories of people who had to work full-time, from people who were first-time moms, and that alone just inspired me to take advantage of my resources, get the things that I have to get done, and I wouldn't see that anywhere else in my opinion. So community college was just a great opportunity to expose myself to a diverse community. Now let's talk about the cons of community college. Some of the cons about community college is that yes, you will not get a university experience, and that is totally true, but not entirely, because you can make whatever you want out of your experience. If you are really looking to rage and party, you will find it in your neighborhood. That should be no problem. If you're looking to meet new people, you can definitely do that at community college, but of course you're not going to be sleeping in a dorm, and for some people like me, I really don't want to share a dorm. I'm definitely okay. I had my fair share experience while studying abroad, and that was honestly all I needed. I definitely am more of a person that likes to hang out in my room, have my space, get to see my family, and get my stuff done and just be away from people. And not that I'm antisocial, but it definitely helps me with my studies. So yeah, you probably won't get the huge first year rage, but you're also not paying as much to rage. Although you might not get that experience, and if you really truly want it, you can get it, so don't worry about that. Another huge con about going to community college is that it is easier to lose track and motivation, and I think it's mostly because you really have to make your own path. If you really want to, say, major in marketing, for instance, you really have to make sure that the certain college that you want, it will accept all of your courses, and you have to make sure you stay on top of it, because as soon as you kind of lose track, it's on you and no one's really on top of you for it. And because you're really on your own, there's no friends or circles that you can potentially talk to about their journey and what they're doing, so it's a lot easier to lose track, a lot easier to lose motivation, because again, you're at home, you probably aren't going to want to like watch TV, but again, you get really like a realistic, reality of what it is to live, at home and, going to school or going to a job at the same time. I think it's really realistic. So you'll have a stronger work ethic at the end of the day. Although these are cons, they can definitely be replaced by pros if you learn how to manage your time efficiently and your goals efficiently. Alright guys, that's all for this video. If you guys want to see more on my pros and cons list, please leave a comment down below and I will definitely have a part 2 to this video, as well as let me know if there's any other videos that you'd like me to upload for this back to school series on college or high school or whatever you really need me to do, and I will be happy to answer them. But other than that, I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!